Man back. Salve all day. GOV life.
DCB on the track.
New to man.
Wow, 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 wow.
She makes it go up and down.
Wow, 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 wow.
Then she shakes it all around.
Wow, 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 wow.
Dropped the EP before let's start the show with that. Meek Mill dropped an EP last night called 4-4, which is an advertisement of his album Dream Chasers 4 that'll be dropping on April 4th. 4-4. So he put out 4 songs, kind of a teaser, and with him, I guess, dissing Drake on the project, diss 50 Cent on the project, and 50 immediately took to Instagram to respond.
Yeah.
In 50 fashion.
In 50 fashion.
Mhm.
I want to give you guys an idea of what he said about Drake and what he said about 50. We played the track. We dissed 50 just now.
Mm-hmm.
The song, alright. It got a nice little beat. He got a nice little flow.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think it was the best idea, but I'll give you an idea of what he said to Drake. He said, Drake made the line, the infamous line now, is that a world tour or your girl tour? Saying basically, you on this world tour getting money, or you with your girl riding her coattails. So Mick said, is it a girl? Is it my girl tour or a world tour? I don't know what you're going for. It's a get paid $100,000 every night perform tour, showing that pussy on the norm tour. Basically saying he be fucking his girl Nikki every night, which I would expect him to do. But people were mad. Some people were like, you too excited to be fucking Nicki, like you're too happy. But that could possibly be a shot at Drake, because Drake was all in love with Nicki.
Yeah,
so he could be rubbing it in his face like,
I think that's more what it is. Yeah.
But what he's done on almost every song on the album, he said like, I'm fucking Nicki. I got Nicki. And I'm like,
that's a lot. Yeah, that's a
I'm
lot.
kind of like,
That's a lot.
I'm very excited about this.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I
don't hear. Do Nicki be saying the same thing? Like, is
No,
she
ain't
all
nobody
over
running
the?
after me like
Right,
that.
right. Well, right. That's my whole point. So you just you kind of doing a little too much
The
right
most.
now.
The absolute most.
Yeah. I mean, let's keep it 100. Like you're doing a little too much. If you, yes, I have this woman.
He
No.
started the song, this to 50. I got the baddest chick.
Yeah, I heard that too, and I was like, what?
And Jay-Z would say, I got the baddest chick in the game wearing my chain. But I never felt like he was sporting Beyonce, because he was Jay-Z. So, some people say she was lucky to get him, however you want to look at it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, New. Like, I think that type of emotional outburst is one of those gauges that the rest of the world kind of looks at your relationship with. So you look at the whole Jay-Z and Beyonce thing. Yeah, he would shout her out on his songs, but she would write whole songs about that nigga.
In womanly fashion.
Well, absolutely. But it was a mutual, like, yes, we love each other.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
I got you.
Aside from, I got the baddest bitch, and you're calling her,
like,
and you're calling her the baddest bitch in the world, and she's just like, so we're dating, but it's just different, He needs to understand that, it's bad form.
Yeah, I feel like one of us should grab our phone and go down 50's timeline.
No, I'm not in the mood for 50 right now. Like, I'm telling you this right now. As soon as I saw this nonsense, I'm like,
yeah,
really?
It started out clouded. Yeah, it started out clouded, but 50's gonna get real, and 50 knows what it is.
Oh yeah,
gonna
he's
be like,
gonna definitely touch some.
Way too excited right
now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
50 is calling Meek shithead. He's got the shit emoji with Meek's face in it. And he said, laughing my ass off after you heard the song, of course. Hey, shithead, your career is over already. You better focus on getting Nicki pregnant so you can at least get child support, girl.
That's exactly what I was saying.
This is a new Meek emoji.
I can't.
It's so many memes and videos and stuff out. And when we take this to Periscope, we'll actually show you a couple of those.
Yeah.
So,
Unfortunately.
so, Anu, I guess my main question is Meek just one of these cats just tries too hard, like just does too much all the time, like
See, I don't understand Meek no more.
I just
You gotta respond. You gotta kind of stand up for yourself. But it's like he's not paying attention to what's going on.
Who he's talking to.
Yeah, and that he's losing.
But
Like
why
he's
are you talking?
continuously
But
losing
look,
his
why?
balance.
But why are you opening up your mouth in the first? Like we were talking about
I
this
don't
off
think
the
he
air,
knows.
new, and he had an option of signing with Ross or 50. So this is your mentor, basically. This dude was gonna be your boss. Like there's just a level of respect that belongs in that relationship that he doesn't seem to understand.
I
You
have a
know.
question. Actually have a question. Didn't 50 and Ross have a
But they
beef?
had a big beef, and Meek actually commented on that today, saying my career over. Rick Ross ended your career, nigga. Like what you talking about? So Meek is under Ross, and Ross and 50 have had a legendary beef.
Okay.
Understood, but
But
I don't know.
that's two different levels though. Like that's
Exactly.
Ross and
Thank you.
50,
Thank you.
and then Meek is here. Like
Thank
you
you.
tried to go up with the big dogs. Like
Exactly my
no,
point.
you stepped out of bounds. Like
Well,
stay in the child's place really to
Well,
really.
he went and Drake, the hottest artist in music,
And then you
next
get
to
that
Adele.
too. Like,
Maybe Adele's the only person hotter than Drake.
but I mean, he needs to learn how to, and this is a lesson that all of us learned growing up. You just shut the hell up when grown men are talking, like
Yep.
real talk. Like,
this is
why
true.
are you doing this? Like these men help make your career, which means that they are more than capable of destroying it.
As
You
we
know.
can see here.
And Meek is just losing on so many different levels. It's like I had to think about it. I was like, okay. Well, last year he had his top best-selling album, did 200,000 copies. That's a win. He got Nicki Minaj. That's a win.
Big win.
He had the biggest single of his career. That's a win. Then, but it almost feels like he had no wins last
All
year.
of that
Like,
was overshadowed.
all he did was lose. I mean, they're giving him. We got governors of the mayor of Toronto treating them, and the Toronto Raptors talking about they don't play his music in the locker room, and it just feels like Meek is. I wonder, is it too exaggerated? Is he really losing this badly? Because it's like I actually feel like praying for Meek, and I'm like, is it that serious? Because everybody's just, like, saying it's over, and no one has said to me there is a chance for Meek to come back. Nobody said, well, Meek could drop an album and it'd be hot, and everybody's like, no. I can't even really listen to Meek music no more without kind of laughing or feeling away.
I never really been a big, huge like Meek fan. I don't know why. I just haven't. But the way he's coming at people's throats, like he's trying to catch their throats, but he just keep hitting their ankles, like just a little chihuahua just biting at their ankles, and he's just making himself look stupid. Like I just want him to stop and sit down and really hone in and focus on his music and let your music speak for itself. Not you going the picture with the stacks of money. Like I mean, okay.
Yeah, because
That's unattractive to me, in my opinion. It's
Well,
just unattractive.
and I look at it a little. I look at it a little differently because Meek's style has always been in your face. Rah, like
Yeah.
that. That's what his flow is. That's what he is.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cool when he was this young cat just talking shit, just brash, like, and everybody was like, "Yeah, we with you because you talk about what you want to be."
Mm-hmm.
And he has some success. And what he didn't realize is that when you have success, that brashness needs to be about where you are and not where you want to be anymore, because then you sound stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't really grown up as an artist. I think that's what his problem is.
And he's facing jail time.
Yeah.
So he could also be going away for a year or two, and he's trying to convince the judge that he's a good guy, not a criminal, not a gangster.
But then when you put out stuff like that, yeah.
Meek is on Rick Ross's record label, and he's managed by Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
why isn't he winning?
Yeah, like
phenomenally.
what is your team? Why aren't they hipping you? Where's the damage control? Where's the meat shut up? Where's the just let
That
the
is a
music
very
speak?
good
Where
question.
are all these things?
Very
Exactly.
good question. That
Like,
is
You
a
got
very
Jay
good.
Z
But you gotta look at Jay Z's relationship with Kanye too, and Jay Z never has told Kanye to shut the hell up.
Well, he has. Yeah, Kanye don't listen.
I don't. Well, I guess maybe what I'm saying is maybe Meek isn't listening either. You know, because when you're dealing with these brash young cats, sometimes, man, that's what happens. Like, they get too big for the britches, and maybe that's what's going on with Meek. Unfortunately, I just, yeah, I don't want to name an award after him. It's getting bad.
Yeah,
that's all I want to say.
it's getting bad, Meek. But let's move on.
Yeah,
Somebody hit the lottery.
Yeah, yeah.
The 1.3 billion. It wasn't me, JB, or me, or you wouldn't be looking at us right now.
So wouldn't.
So it wasn't us.
No.
Not at all.
But
somebody out in California, right?
It was California. Yeah, there were a few $1 million winners around. A couple people in Maryland won $1 million. Anybody in your family member? We need to go visit.
Once again, you would not be seeing me right
okay,
here.
cool. All right, so
you would not be seeing me. Okay.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So there was an arrest made in Oregon. We know about the standoff.
Yeah.
We know that these terrorists, these domestic terrorists, have taken over a federal building with weapons, called in different militias from different areas in the country.
Yeah.
To have them come and support them.
Oh yeah. And they fortified the building. Yeah.
And so you won't get us like Waco and these no. Well, I want to say this. No sports channels are covering this. This is being swept under not sports news channels. CNN, Fox, nobody's talking about it. When they did briefly mention it, they spoke about, this militia, these heroes, these people that are standing up. But they call it Black Lives Matter peaceful protesters terrorists. I would like to go on record and say these terrorists in Oregon need to be apprehended.
I agree.
They need to be treated as terrorists, and something needs to be done quickly. I don't think anywhere in the world we can have 20, 30, 40 black men take over government buildings with weapons.
Oh, no.
No.
Daring the military to come in.
No, there would be a crater. It would have crater would have a name. If that happened. And let's keep it real. Like, these are terrorists. These are secessionists. These are people who are now occupying government territory. The validity of their claims, whatever they are, becomes invalid when you do this type of egregious act. And essentially the government has seized some land that they didn't think they should have, and it's messed up their money. This isn't the government or the police are murdering their young boys in the streets. This isn't, their water is being befouled, based on an economic shakedown. This is, I lost 10 grand on my taxes, so I'm going to occupy a federal building with weapons and fortify the building, and they have just been brazen with it, because the reason why one of them was arrested was they're driving these government vehicles that they took from the property. They're driving them around town, going to get gas and shit, buying groceries. They picked this bama up at like a convenience store, and they were like, "Hey, that redneck bullshit ass yokel is driving a government vehicle and he's not wearing a uniform. Let's look up the number. Oh snap, it's one of the vehicles that was seized in the siege of the government building." Right. And so now they have one of the key members, and it's stupid, It's stupid, and you're right. If it were black people, they would have dropped the bomb on the building already, because it's way out in the forest somewhere.
Absolutely. And we'd have heard
it's bad.
All negative about it, and they'd have had all their names, their social security numbers, their mama names, their granny names, and their soon to be children names as well. So
it's just a whole lot of double talk going on right now in the U.S. and in politics, and it's really, really scary.
Yeah, the scariest thing that I've seen is what's going on in Michigan, in Flint,
Right.
Michigan.
Right.
It's a majority African American town,
Yes, it
city.
is.
Their water supply is has been contaminated beyond belief. I mean, people are dying. I mean,
Yeah.
it's real out there. The water is that bad. You know, I mean, when I was a kid, we had to boil the water
Hmm.
for like maybe 3 or 4 months in DC because the water was so bad.
Mm.
And y'all done that? Well, this might be for your time, man.
I believe it
But I'm pretty
was.
sure it was part of the same in
Oh, I
Baltimore as well.
remember that.
That's
Um,
crazy.
but this is people are getting sick. They're catching diseases. The quality of life is being diminished daily in Flint, Michigan, based on intentional, unintentional neglect with purifying the water, which was done for I guess what we'll call financial gain. They made some
Yeah.
cuts, and one of the things they cut was the purification of the water. You want to elaborate a little bit, JB?
Well, first of all, the situation is really, really bad, and it's been that way for months. To give you an idea of how bad it is, um, since August of this year, people have been complaining about problems with the water supply. And problems meaning, like, not that the water smells bad, Mia, because it does. The water smells bad. Not that it tastes bad, Mia, because it does. The water tastes bad. But their children are having respiratory problems.
Hmm.
The elderly and young children, when their formula is mixed with this water, they are experiencing hair loss. These are the letters that are being written to the state of Michigan. And what the Michigan government said was the water has been tested, and no elements of toxicity have been found. And this is what they said in October.
But what you're okay? So you're telling me is that they tested it. They said it's no cooties or issue bites or nothing in the water. But you got little toddlers with patches of hair and possible.
People are literally dying.
Okay.
People are facing like
Okay.
major illnesses.
Hmm.
Right.
And eventually, what winds up happening is they call in the EPA. The EPA does an independent test of the water, and then the EPA strongly recommends that all of the citizens of Flint immediately stop consuming tap water.
Yeah, something ain't right about that. Cause ain't no way.
Late,
And it's
Ain't no
falling
way.
at the feet of Governor Snyder. It's
yeah, but
falling at his feet.
Governor Snyder is the one who actually hired the commissioner, the emergency manager, if you will, who ran Flint, Michigan after Flint filed bankruptcy, right? So this was one of his cost cutting measures. And what happened was
Hmm.
Detroit water is expensive, but a lot of the towns around Detroit buy Detroit water because it's clean water. It comes from the lake, and there's a lot of it, right? And it's easy to get.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they decided to get their water from the Flint River.
That sounds
Okay, okay, well, now let's look back at who Flint, Michigan is. This is like Motortown, USA.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the GMC factory started. The Chrysler plant used to be there. That water is
Not up to
not
par,
young,
as we can
not
see.
young. Now what they said was, oh yeah, the water doesn't have any lead, but the water has corrosive elements in it that mess up lead pipes, dude. However, you can clean this if you understand this and you add a filter to the extraction process. They just decided to skip that point right there. So now everybody with a building more than 30 years old, their pipes are basically bleeding lead into the water.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah, I don't see a quick fix in this. I don't
no,
see a quick solution.
well, no, because reparations are in order, in my opinion.
We're going to keep you guys posted. We're going to. I'm not seeing too many people talking about this story. When I first came across the story, I couldn't believe it was true. I was like, well, maybe they're exaggerating. Maybe this. I couldn't fathom that this was actually happening on a governor's watch. Like they sat back and let this happen to the people.
And people are calling for the governor to resign. But to give you an idea of how bad this is, the Germans did this to a little town in Italy during World War II to basically wipe out the town. They did it. They blocked the dam so that the water would be contaminated, and the water literally killed 100,000 people during World War II.
That's wild. That's too much.
They don't have a definitive death count yet because nobody has started counting. But people are dying in Flint, Michigan, y'all. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Write your congressmen, write your senators. Please follow this. President Obama has already declared Flint, Michigan a federal disaster area. So FEMA is on the scene and they are distributing clean water, but reparations need to be paid. Justice needs to be served.
And I only drink bottled water.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of iffy on that sometimes. You know? But we'll keep Flint, Michigan in our prayers.
Absolutely.
And we have a hell of a show. We got to go into the playoffs. We got to go into more news and politics.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot to talk about. Let's take a quick music video break. We'll come back. The Black CNN, New The Mayor Show with JB Frank. You're on our Ustream channel. If you listen on RipRadioNetwork.com. We will be on Periscope in the next segment. We'll be getting into some of our favorite stories. I'm going to send out a post here on Periscope.
Go back, way back.
2015?
Yeah.
Okay.
Down. That was horrible.
Yeah, log us in. It's time.
We in there on Periscope.
Yeah.
Ustream was good. All right. Now this is our Periscope. Can you hear me now segment? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right, I want to start with something that I think is just going to kind of get us going. Something to get us something to talk about, get us some energy going. I want to talk about the Oscars and the snubs this year.
Yeah.
I want to talk about a few movies that I think were Oscar worthy, a few actors I thought were Oscar worthy.
That was bad. That was almost really bad.
I couldn't hold it.
Yeah, y'all, there was almost a catastrophe. I leaned forward and everything would have died. I'm glad keep going, dude.
All right, all good. So we have the black actor snub in Hollywood at the Oscars this year, and it looks bad, man. It looks Will Smith for concussion.
Yeah, I feel some type of way about that because that movie was just.
We can go over all of them. Let me give everybody an idea of what's missing. Jason Mitchell, who played Eazy-E in Straight Outta Compton.
Right.
So he did a great job.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan in Creed. Now, Sylvester Stallone was nominated for supporting actor, but they didn't give it to Michael B. Jordan. And people are saying that that's the best Rocky since Rocky 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. And if Sly got one, he should have got one. Yeah.
And Idris Elba in Beasts of No Nation also was not nominated. Now, I've been seeing a lot of people on social media saying we don't need the Oscar. F for Oscar. They don't mess with us. Why should we mess with them? And there's actually a clip of Eddie Murphy when he was first asked to present Movie of the Year early in his career, very, very early. And he went into a speech at the Oscars. And he's up there saying, look, they gave me this idea or the opportunity to introduce this award. My manager's like, come on, you got to do it. He said, my manager's white, of course. And he's like, I don't want to do it. And he's like, what do you mean? It's the Oscars. And he's like, they don't celebrate us. I don't want to give up no award. And he's like, it's the Oscars. Come on now.
Okay.
So he said, okay, fine, I'll do it. And he said, but I do want to say something. Like, we will no longer be the caboose of the train of America. We're not going to treat black people like this anymore. We are talented actors, and our movies need to be recognized and celebrated like everybody else's. we are not going to continue to do this to us. And he said, I know I'm being kind of long winded, but I had to say this before I came here. So I told my manager I was going to say this and everything. And he said, well, fine, you're doing the last award of the night, so you ain't got to be there till about 9. So I chilled. I got here. And now the nominees for Best Movie are. And I was just like, damn, Eddie. That was gangster.
Yeah.
I don't know that about Eddie. I don't remember Eddie Murphy being pro-black or none of that. I don't remember any of that.
Well, keep in mind that Eddie, one of the things that made Eddie such a special comedian is Eddie allowed us to really see the differences between black and white. That was what Eddie's comedy was always all about. That's what his movies were always all about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised that he had that attitude. I am surprised to hear that he actually made that speech, But
at the Oscars in the
yeah,
'80s.
yeah, like Ed was always a real Negro. I'm gonna keep it polite, but that's who he was. And um, as I read further into this news, it turns out that it's not just that we're being misrepresented in terms of these awards, but it's also the jobs, man, particularly the women. Like uh, I read a figure that just astounded me. Only 9% of the directorial roles that were given out by mainstream Hollywood were given to women. That that's rugged, man. Like it's still being dominated by white men.
Absolutely, absolutely. One thing that I have an issue with is what we talked off camera. Um, the Oscars that have been given to black women have been of not leading in positive roles. Viola Davis, am I correct? She got an Oscar for The Help, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
For her role in The Help.
She did get an Oscar?
I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she did.
Who else? Monique was an abusive mother on welfare.
Yeah.
Halle Berry got cranked.
There you go. She was in a very compromising situation in the movie.
And then there was the beautiful African girl who won 12 Years a Slave.
Lupita.
Lupita was just.
She was a slave. You see what I'm saying?
Oh no, so, she was horribly abused in the movie.
It really doesn't show, our talent.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't.
Or who we are.
And who we really
the
are.
only positive depiction, I think, was Jamie Foxx with Ray.
Jamie Foxx was Ray. Yeah.
That's the closest you're going to get.
Yeah.
Which just doing a rendition of someone's life. And Ray had a hard life too,
Yeah, Ray wasn't
so, I mean, he wasn't. He was not a saint at all. So, I mean,
yeah. It was a story
really
of victory, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
that wasn't like he was. He was more an anti-hero than a hero.
Yeah,
That's real. Let's keep it 100. Ray was Ray.
Yeah,
it's tough to see that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Out of the movies that we say weren't nominated, actors that weren't nominated for leading actor role Oscar, who do you feel the strongest about? Will Smith, Jason Mitchell who played Easy E, Michael B. Jordan that played Apollo Creed's son, or Idris Elba who played in Beast of No Nation?
I feel strong about Will Smith. Like I said before we even, when we were getting into the segment, the role that he played an African, not African American, an African Nigerian doctor, pathologist, who saw something that was wrong, that was going on in the former players and players of the National Football League.
Yeah, powerful role. Strong black figure. He did the whole movie with a Nigerian accent.
Absolutely.
It was amazing. Like it really was a powerful role. Not only do I think he should have been nominated, he might have won if he was nominated. It was a powerful role.
And just like we said before, the because it was a lead positive role, and then also because he's playing a doctor who went up against one of the biggest organizations of ever. I mean, it's the NFL. People are these two here are very strong. They feel very strong about their teams in the NFL. The NFL has a crap load of money. So just imagine like how they felt. I mean, if you watch the movie, you can really see like exactly how the NFL. They were like, you're not gonna have us looking crazy out here like we out here killing our players because essentially that's kind of what was happening. It was, oh, you just have a migraine. Take this bear and you'll be all good. No,
right.
no, no. These men were going through like some serious stuff. You have to watch the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, please go watch the movie. And then it didn't get a lot of um
Media coverage.
media. Thank you. It did not get a lot of that at all. I didn't. The only
there's
reason why
reasons
I heard
for it.
why.
Well, it is the light that is shedding on the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Now they say this movie was not bashing the NFL. This movie was not about that. It's about saving lives.
Mm-hmm.
But the NFL still felt like, shush.
I mean, it ain't. But see, that's the thing about it. You got men out here committing suicide. You know, like when they could have been helped. They could have been helped. Yeah. And they're committing suicide. Most of them were suicides.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot to add about this movie, new. But I know that
we're talking about their roles.
Yeah,
Will Smith, the actor.
Yeah, well, Will Smith, the actor, was. It was his heart. It was his soul. It was his character that led to the outcome. Not just the overwhelming evidence, but the fact that this man would just never stand down.
Yeah, and kind of what I want to centralize, kind of focus on is African American actors who weren't nominated that deserve to be nominated. So we get Concussion is a great movie. I'm sure the movie will be nominated. But we're talking more about the actors and why they're not nominated. Like I said I saw online people saying things to the effect of we shouldn't want their awards. And I'm like, well, you kind of can you get a raise once you win an Oscar?
Yeah.
Once you get Oscar nominated, you get another raise, and you get raises for those. You get better offers, better roles. Absolutely. You take it more seriously. So you can't really say, well, forget that. We'll just get a BET award, and that's what's real. That's not how America works. Unfortunately. So these opportunities that where they didn't win, these are like going up for a promotional raise, getting to the next level, and these things prevent them from doing so.
Absolutely right.
So it's rough. It's rough. I don't want to be a complainer. I don't want to be a crier and a whiner and they didn't give us nominations. But you got to kind of look at it and go, damn man, what can be done? Like what can be done? What can we do? Why hasn't last year was pretty bad too. Mm-hmm. Last year we didn't have I think no black actors nominated.
No, Lupita was 2014. Yeah.
So last year we were up in arms about it.
Yeah.
And this year it's still pretty bad.
Well, and there's just to touch on your comment about doing something about it. A commission has been formed with a 5-year plan. They call it their 5-year plan, and essentially what they're going to do is they're going to mobilize the black professional element of film, and essentially mobilize and organize the minority, the black, the Latino, and the female elements of film into a central unit, a central political unit, so that they can negotiate for a higher representation in roles and directorships and producerships and so on and so forth. They feel like that's what needs to happen. You need to attack it from the money side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I like that, new. I like that concept. We'll see whether or not it works out, but I like it.
And more roles, great thing, positive thing. Mm-hmm. But we're not being recognized for the roles that we do have, and that's that's the problem. That's what grinds my gears, man. Is that we have Concussion, we have Straight Outta Compton, we have Beast of No Nation, we have Creed. We can't get nominated. We can't get celebrated. And Straight Outta Compton was probably one of the highest grossing films of last year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a movie about rappers. Like it's
Well,
rough.
and your complaint is a valid one. It's the detractors of the 5 year plan make. The long game, it's a Booker T game, right? You earn influence by increasing power and increasing wealth.
I get that. But speaking of today,
there's
an issue. There's an issue.
You're right. Absolutely
when we have
right.
quality films that aren't being recognized. And like I said, one of the movies was about hip hop and about rappers. And I wanted to kind of segue into another rapper, Wale, who was given the opportunity to introduce President Obama at his final State of the Union address, which I'm sure we all watched last week, along with the Republican National Debate. And I kind of wanted to get Obama didn't come out with his we are one tracksuit, smoking a black and mild, talking about it's my last one was good, but he kind of came out and kind of set the record straight a couple times. Joe Biden, that's my man. When the president, when he talks, he has the cabinet behind him. So Joe Biden's always to his immediate, I guess, left.
Right.
And is the right? Right. He's on side of him.
Yeah.
And Joe Biden, you can see him sitting there. And when Barack is saying something he likes, he just he puts that. And when Barack get a little testy, a little shut the Republicans, he just all I gotta do. Oh my man, I gotta do the Joe Biden. He's sitting there. He be like, get him.
Hey man.
What you guys take away from Polis's fight? Oh, before we even go there, I'm gonna say it now. It was said on social media a couple times, but I'm gonna say it. Michelle Obama is the most beautiful first lady we've ever had.
Absolutely.
And I don't mean to take away from her intelligence. I'm trying not to objectify her, but she was radiant that night. That yellow dress, she absolutely gorgeous.
Absolutely.
And Wale was there in due part to part of Michelle's campaign, things she's doing with the inner city kids, and so he wasn't just there as just a rapper guy. He's actually involved in.
Of course he is.
Which is awesome because not all rappers is just rapping about what they're rapping about. Like he's from DC, where the White House is, and for for him to be a part of that is absolutely awesome. I always love Wale, and it's just that that just makes it even better because you're like, okay, you're shining a positive light, making it. Hey, not all rappers are just talking about shooting up and guns and drugs and stuff. We care about our people as well and the children in this city. So that was just when I saw all that, I was like, yay!
Yeah, we're gonna come back to rappers and Obama.
Yeah.
And, So he had another visitor at the White House last week. But before we get to that, JB, I'll toss it to you. What did you take from the State of the Union address?
Probably the biggest thing I took was consistency, And what I mean by consistency is, shortly after Obama got his second bid in the White House, he's in now. This is it. He started to change his tune a little bit, and he started to speak about very, very specific democratic programs that are important to this country's growth. Number one, minimum wage. Number two, equal pay across both sexes, right? And number three, and in my opinion, most importantly, the closing of Guantanamo Bay in Cuba. Because the very existence of Guantanamo Bay breeds terrorism. It is a den of hatred. It is our Auschwitz. Let's keep it 100, y'all. Okay? So he said that again during the State of the Union address. But he said it a little differently. He was like, those of y'all who think minimum wage is cool where it is, why don't y'all try and feed a family for a year on 15 grand a year? And that's different. And that's what I loved about this speech. I actually read a Republican article to because I like to know what the enemy is thinking.
Always.
And they were like, he was so divisive and rah, rah, rah. I'm like, you goddamn right he was. Because you can't touch him. And if you try to stop him, he'll veto it. He told you.
Executive order. Executive order. And Obama said it last year. I don't have any more campaigns to run.
Right.
I know because I won them all.
Right.
So he said, I don't care what you think. An executive order, which every president has done since the beginning of the damn time, it's his right to do it.
Yeah.
I like what he's doing. And one thing I wanted to add to what you said, JB, is him reducing sentences for nonviolent offenders.
Oh yeah.
People that smoke weed in jail for 2 years.
Oh yeah, big
one. That's crazy. That's crazy. That was a big one. When I heard that, I was like, wow, okay, that's kind of nice, because just like you said, you got caught with a little ounce on you, and you sitting in jail for 2 years. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. You got people out here molesting kids that's sitting in jail in prison for 5 years and then getting out. Like, there's no
shooting up black churches and getting out on bail.
Wow.
On
Burger King and everything. And the impact of that was immediate and big. Like, we ran the numbers when the bill was first passed, and hundreds of prisoners were released. I mean, in DC alone. Mm-hmm. I remember we covered it on the show, like, immediately. It's powerful stuff. Powerful stuff,
And let's bring it home with this. President Obama said last year his favorite song of the year was Kendrick Lamar's "How Much a Dollar Costs." And the song is about a homeless guy asking for $1, and Kendrick kind of like, get on my face, man. And the homeless guy looking at him like, what you mean no? And Kendrick like, what you mean no? Like, get a job, you do something, I earn my money. You all looking at me like I owe you something. I don't owe you nothing, man. Like, get out of here. And the homeless man is like, you do owe me something. In the Bible it says this, and it says that, and you're supposed to act this way to your fellow man, and you're not being compassionate. And he's like, whatever, man. I don't got time for that. And he was like, you disappoint me, my son. And it was God, as the homeless man, testing his love, Kendrick's love for his fellow man. And he said, how much the $1 cost? Like, that $1 would have been nothing to me, but because I didn't help that guy out, it cost me my quote-unquote eternal salvation. Mm-hmm. So that's Barack's favorite song, of course. And he had Kendrick come to the White House with another one of his initiatives that I love. My favorite is My Brother's Keeper initiative.
Oh, yeah.
So he has a lot of young, black, successful men going back into the community to mentor. People talk a lot of crap. Obama, he's too whitewashed. He's not doing enough. Like, he has a program called My Brother's Keeper. It's all about successful black men going back into the black community to show other black men how to become successful. That's his program.
I think what it is people are looking for, like, astronomical change and this big boom of just good stuff that's going to happen. It takes time. Just like from 8 years ago when we started off, when he first got into the White House, we weren't where we are now.
Hell no.
At all.
Gas is like under $2.
It's like
you getting regular
$150, like almost $150.
Yeah.
When he was elected, it was there $4?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? That's a come up. That is, and I wasn't even driving there, and I was mad.
I mean, not only that, he told you to put extra air in your tires to make your cars burn less gas. It's deeper than that. Like, you make a good point when you talk about people are expecting the astronomical thing, but it's a Messiah complex, and that's the problem. People are wanting 250,000 people across the mall with him standing on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial because that's what happened in 1963. Right. However, that's not the way big change is done in 2008 plus. You know what I'm saying? And I think that what he has done has been incredibly powerful. These are the big bang things that we were looking for from our black president.
Absolutely.
Hello, universal health care. Hello, am I my brother's keeper? Hello, fighting for increased minimum wage, dropping gas damn near $2, which is a big one for me. Like, he's doing the most. Like, we need to just step back and take a look for a second, like real talk.
Hell yeah. So shout out to Barack's final State of the Union address. I want us to take a step back. It's halfway point of the show. We're going to give you a triple play, going through some music videos. We'll come right back. New The Main Show with JB Frank. If you're watching on Ustream, you can also go over to Periscope. If you're watching on
So he tries to come back to America and bring his family back to America. Since then, he has changed his name to Yasin Bey. He didn't do all the paperwork that he needed to do through the American consulate to get a new American passport with his new name. Now, this is a very simple matter because in America, he's still, I forgot what his real name was.
Michael Jenkins.
Yeah,
I made that up.
Goodbye.
Yeah, it's like Dante Smith or something like that. But he can still travel under that name. But instead of doing that, he hands the U.S. government these fake documents. They're these world passports, if you will, with Yasin Bey and Mrs. Bey and Baby Bey number 1 and Baby Bey number 2 all over it. And they looking at him like, most like,
what is this shit?
Yeah, like, why didn't you just hand me the jump? You handed me to come up in here. Oh, well, whatever. I'm Yasin Bey. I'm just going back to, I don't know, whatever. And then I'm coming back. I'm a South African citizen now. And they're like, no, you're not, young.
You're still part of America.
Yeah, matter of fact, you just falsified these documents. Now we're deporting your ass. Now you gotta leave. You got 2 weeks. Pack up your shit and go. Yeah. I'm not leaving. That's what he said. So I don't understand.
We'll see how that plays out.
Crazy stuff.
I don't want to give him an award just yet. Let's see how it plays out. I legally changed my name. I know there are hiccups that come along the way. I want to wait and see how this plays out.
He changed his name in a foreign country.
Yeah, All right, it's time to give out our awards. Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
So we give out awards every week.
Right.
This week's Grind and Shine Gas Award winner is Kendrick Lamar.
Absolutely.
Who earned his way into the White House
already
last
touched
week.
On it, yeah.
Yeah, and we just got a comment. Sheree says Most is the most ignorant, conscious person ever. Wait, and did Barack say that Meek Mill was a gump?
What?
Wait a minute. Oh, we gotta find that footage. We have got to find that footage.
What?
We have got to find that footage.
Yeah, we have to.
Yo, I just took a sip of my drink, and you said Barack said Meek Mill is a gump, and I was like, I can't spit my beverage all over the camera and everything. Oh my god.
Yeah, we definitely have to.
Why you go old school on him and call him a gump? Yeah, I ain't heard somebody call him a gump in like 30 years.
Wow.
That's
we gotta give Barack an award for that. Barack got the QBPI award. Politically incorrect. I'm gonna say what I want to say. That's how we going.
I can't. This is too much.
We got one more award to give out.
Speaking of.
Yeah. To DJ Khaled.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you what he did.
Yeah, tell them what they did.
So we all know
tell them what he did.
We're doing the show on Ustream, we do the show on Periscope. Sometimes we Snapchat things from the show. So DJ Khaled is a perennial Snapchatter. He's on Snapchat all day, all night. He was doing something and decided to show his black card. I'm DJ Khaled. Black card. Within 30 seconds, within 1 minute, he had lost $80,000 from people who saw his Snapchat card and they paused it or watched it long enough to write down the numbers and make the purchases.
Screenshot.
Yeah, screenshot it. And now he is trying to sue Snapchat to reveal the identity of every single person that viewed that particular snap. It could have been thousands. It could have been hundreds of thousands. And he's also, DJ Khaled does these motivational things, and usually it's about people coming up against the odds. So he'll say, "Oh, you didn't think I was good enough, but now I have a platinum record. Congratulations, you played yourself." And that's his tagline: "Congratulations, you played yourself." Basically, you tried to get me, but you played yourself. And then in the irony of it all, he said, "We're gonna find out who used my credit card. Congratulations, you played yourself." And I was like, "Oh man, 80,000 is nothing to sneeze at." And
80,000 is nothing to sneeze at, but dog, like,
you did it to yourself.
like you posted a pic. Okay, you are DJ Khaled. You like, and you are a media monster. You are all over social media all the time. How many Snapchat followers do you think this dude has?
First of all, this is my thing. Y'all know how Snapchat how it operates, right?
Yeah.
After 24 hours, unless you delete it, it's gone. It's not like you can go back in your Snapchat archives and replay a Snapchat and see who looked at it.
Don't you get an alert when somebody Snapchats who you are following?
Screenshot. Yes, you get an alert.
So it's like, hey, DJ Khaled just posted his credit. They didn't say his credit card, but DJ Khaled just posted some shit. Oh shit! What the fuck? That's that nigga's credit card number. Okay, so there's my rent, there's my car note, there's and I got his expiration date and all of that shit.
If they ain't have,
bruh,
these are the people that Snapchat now. Curry Champion, Bernice Burgos, these people I follow. I need to follow DJ Khaled because he seems like I can make some money following him.
Yeah, you might be able to handle some affairs. Like,
where's DJ Khaled?
Oh my goodness.
DJ Khaled.
So does he get the award this week, Numa?
Yeah, because you want to sue everybody that saw it. You want to sue Snapchat to get all of their names. DJ Khaled, you get the Donald Trump Shut Up Stupid Award. Shut up, stupid!
Please. That is awful.
We did that pretty good. That was all in sync and harmony and unison.
We made it. The timing is getting down. Because, I mean, this one was special, too.
That was crazy. We got to go into the NFL.
Yeah.
We have to go into our Netflix and chill pick. If you're not familiar, we give you 3 different TV shows or movies, whether they're on Netflix, in the theater, on cable, whatever. We give you that. And then we got to go into the NFL, our picks, and what we think is going to happen next week.
Yeah.
So let's take a quick music break. Let's see what video can we watch. I think I want to pick this video.
Yeah, go ahead, pick us.
Let's see.
Too, because my sister just texted me. I gotta share this with y'all. Okay. Great show. You touch on a lot of subjects that I like and I think that people like. Yes, it does good to bring light on some things that you might not get our perspective on. Thank you.
Boom. Black CNN, baby.
Thank you, Dion. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for listening. That's awesome.
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Netflix and chill.
So, we were talking about this movie earlier in terms of Will Smith and his role and how important his role was this year and why he just got played by the Academy. The movie Concussion, you gotta go see it. It's I mean, I watched the bootleg copy of the holidays to be honest with y'all, but awesome movie. I think it's available on Blu-ray now. Mia, I know you
Man, that
saw
thing's
it
still
too.
in theaters.
Well, it is still in theaters. Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's why I watched the bootleg. You're right. Yeah,
So
go support it. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to watch it. I need a date. If you want to hit me on Ustream or
There
on
it is.
Periscope.
Hit him up.
That was Derek. Derek sent the message, the first message.
Oh,
Derek, appreciate it.
yo, that's my other cousin. Yes, thank you for listening in. Thank you for tuning in, Derek.
So
Yeah.
we take all that back we said about you, Dion. Take all that back.
You petty.
You give it all to Derek.
So petty. Anyway, this movie Concussion. Yes, I saw it. Like I said before, it was it kept my attention. It caught it and kept it. I have a short attention span. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And I was very, very impressed. It threw me off that Will Smith had a Nigerian accent. It kind of it made me laugh. It was
An
like, oh, you
authentic
have an
Nigerian
accent.
accent.
Like, oh, this was up. Like, you really are an actor. You can change your voice. So, I mean, it was, but the movie itself, the
Authentic.
concept of the movie was absolutely just like, wow, this is what's happening in the NFL. Makes you wonder.
Yeah, and they're talking about players that you and I grew up watching.
Mhm.
Dave
Yeah.
Duerson,
Yeah.
Dave Duerson, Andre Ware, Junior Seau. Junior Seau was the end. But the thing that struck me is how bad it really was. Like
Yeah.
something like 12 Pittsburgh Steelers had
Yeah.
died from the
Mhm.
Steel Curtain era inside of a year.
Mhm.
Like it was,
Yeah.
like it was like what?
I remember watching a special of a guy that was suffering from what do they call it, Jimmy?
CTE,
CTE,
chronic
yeah.
traumatic encephalitis is the name of the disease.
Wow.
He had degenerated to a point where
Wow.
he was in a hospital bed in his home, and he was using his eyes, his blinking, to type letters. Like he had a camera set up. This guy's rich. Camera set up that it could mimic his eye. Somehow he could blink his eyes to create a letter. He would blink enough to create several letters, and then it would read it out loud. So he'd be like, "Good morning, dear." That's how he talked to his wife and to his kids. And he was saying like, "I know." I'm kind of at that point. Like I'm blinking to talk. I kind of get it. And he's like, I just want to be around as long as I can. But he made several videos of him talking to his kids, about future stuff. I know when you just got your license. I'm so proud of you. Just it was heartbreaking, but it was beautiful to see what he was trying to do. But it was heartbreaking, and I don't know if he passed away or not. This is one of those ESPN specials that came out about a year or two ago. I always get sappy on them jumps, but it is what it is.
You're emotional though.
Well,
Yeah.
and I mean, let me make this last point about the movie because I think it's important. Like these were foreigners. Will Smith played a Nigerian pathologist, a Nigerian doctor. He was married to a Kenyan nurse. These were foreigners, and what struck him wasn't that the game of football was this horrible, terrible, violent, nasty game. They were like amazed by the beauty and like the gracefulness of these incredible black athletes that they saw doing these amazing things on the field. But it was like these mamas are dying and they don't know that, it's different if you sign up to go to war and you know you're gonna die, right? But if you sign up to play a game that everyone is telling you is great and wonderful and healthy and you're gonna live a long life and be a hero forever, and then when you quit, you immediately lose your mind, like lose your mind. That's
So this isn't a good date movie then.
Actually,
I think it is.
yeah, it would be actually an interesting date movie.
I'm gonna give you guys. I'm gonna act out a scene from the movie, so that you have some extra incentive to watch it, go to the theater.
Oh God.
Y'all gonna act yourself.
This
I'm
is,
not
by the way,
gonna
the guy
act
who
myself.
hasn't seen the movie.
Thank you.
I
Thank
saw the
you.
trailer. I
Yeah,
saw the
Thank
trailer.
you.
yeah,
I saw the
okay.
trailer.
Yeah,
You
no,
really
well,
don't
let's
make
see.
it no
You watch what I did.
Let
You
me
watch
see.
what I did.
Let's see it. Let's see it. He's a good actor. Or good bullshit, I should say.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Thank you. Thank you.
This fool.
Thank you.
I'm done.
That
Anyway,
scene
the next
actually
movie.
did happen in the movie. That
Thank
scene
you.
actually did
Thank you.
happen.
Thank you.
Cruise the David. Do you?
Hold on. I gotta do it again because Cruz didn't see it.
I don't know.
Quiet on set. Quiet on the set. What's my motivation? Okay. Cruz didn't see it, so I gotta do it again for Cruz.
Clowning? That's your motivation? Being a clown?
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Sing.
I love the response on Periscope. Yes, fool. Yes. Yes, fool.
Alright, let me get into my movie.
Yeah,
Pick
your movie.
Or me, do you want to go to your pick?
Oh gosh.
Ladies first.
Please.
Well,
something else.
If anybody is into this show like I am, I'm a binge watcher. It is coming out. It still has like 5 more months, but I just had to shout it out. Orange is the new black. It's
Tell the truth.
out.
Tell the truth. What's the name of the show?
It is coming out June 17th.
That wasn't Nigerian.
It surely was not. I don't know what that was. It's coming out June 17th. I'm pumped. I just found out about it earlier. My best friend tagged me in and she's like, you already know we binge watching. We watched literally 13, what was that, 13 episodes
Yeah.
within a week because sometimes we be having stuff to do. But other than that, yeah, it's like that. If anybody watches it, y'all will understand what I'm going through right now. June can't come that fast enough.
It is a good show. I did not see all of season 3, so I gotta go back and watch that.
You have to.
I know.
You can't
Yeah.
just go into season 4. You have to watch season 3.
And House of Cards is returning soon too. And that's the show that we binge watch.
I'm excited about
Shout
that.
out Shmi to hit us to that show.
That's gonna be a good one. I'm really excited about that one.
Absolutely.
Well,
and the perfect guy. The perfect guy is with my ex-wife Sanaa Lathan, Michael Ealy, and Morris Chestnut. It's about a woman in a relationship with a guy who doesn't really want to settle down and have kids. He wants to get married, but maybe not have kids because of his career. She decides to move on. She finds the perfect guy, and then finds out he's perfectly crazy and psycho.
yeah.
And it's a bunch of craziness that goes on.
That job is available on demand right now.
Yeah. And I got it from Redbox, so it's on Redbox too.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute. So now me and Sanaa go back. No, don't judge me. Me and Sanaa go back. The haters on Periscope don't believe that I'm dating Sanaa.
Yeah.
I did. You weren't at the last friendly reunion. She was there.
Goodbye.
Anyway, moving on. So
NFL playoffs.
NFL playoffs.
All right. Thank you. That was perfect. Thank you.
I can't do no more.
Thank you.
Because me and Sanaa went to play NFL playoffs last year.
Wow. Okay.
So back to this year. Me and Sanaa this year.
Keeping it real.
So we picked on these games. The first game we had was the Patriots versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
The New England Patriots pulled it out with all their injuries. I am very close to saying, okay, Tom Brady might be the best quarterback ever. Like, I know they cheat a lot.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So who? A-Rod?
Yeah. She said, well, yeah, that's what she's saying, that your relationship with Sanaa is about as believable as your.
But we all know. Do I have to, Idris, really?
Oh, wow.
Really?
Wow.
I got pictures of me and Sanaa. And
wow. Talking smack now. Okay.
I am so
Man, cut it out.
So, I'm just in the cut. Okay, the Patriots and the Chiefs. Who picked the Patriots?
You know, he half Bostonian.
There it is.
I thought the Chiefs was really gonna come put the wood down on them. They didn't, and well, it was a close game.
Mm-hmm.
But the Patriots actually pulled it out, and
He might be the
Every
best
time,
ever. Yeah.
yeah, every time I doubt New England, they shut me up. Every single time. Well, not every single time,
I was about
but
to say,
there's a
you
couple
had
times.
faith.
Yeah, the Patriots they keep shutting me up. Like, well, not against the Giants. I say the Giants are gonna
No,
beat
the
them.
Giants have been their nemesis.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
they randomly just come and shut me up. Shout out to New England. They have the uncanny ability to do that.
Yeah, yeah. So let's see here.
What other game we had?
Packers and Cardinals, did they play yesterday?
Packers and the Cardinals. We both picked the Cardinals.
Yeah.
They won.
Yeah.
I was surprised the Packers kept it so close.
Yeah, I was very, very surprised. The offense looked a whole lot better than it should have against the Cardinals defense, and that worries me going into this next game against the Panthers. We might as well talk about what the Panthers did.
Yeah, the Panthers and Seahawks. That was a crazy game. The Panthers went up 31-0 at the halftime.
Yeah.
And then in the second half, the Seahawks outscored them 24-0. But if you listen, 31 is still more than 24.
Yep.
Right.
So the Panthers still won. I picked the Panthers. JB picked the Seahawks. And
I picked the Seahawks. I shouldn't have done that, but I did, I guess.
I had a feeling that y'all both picked the Panthers.
Oh,
that's what I thought.
Well,
okay.
Never mind.
I was like,
look, who's trying to come up?
I don't imagine.
I remember we were debating them.
Well,
I think we both picked Cam to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, no, I picked Cam to lose to the Cardinals, and you picked
Mm-hmm.
Cam to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's right.
The Cardinals, I won fantasy football with them. I love them. I don't know what I'm gonna say about that game with Cam because I want black quarterback. Well, I got a love affair with the Cardinals. It's not even real. I'm a Cowboy fan. I don't even know how I like another team. But for some reason, I like the Cardinals. It's just so weird. The Steelers and the Broncos. That game is crazy. If I had known that D'Angelo Williams wasn't going to play, Antonio Brown wasn't going to play, and Ben Roethlisberger was a game time decision, ain't no way in hell I would have picked the Steelers.
Yeah, you definitely lost.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they had nobody played. And they almost won that game.
That was the weird
part. That threw me off.
Yeah,
all those injuries, and they damn near won.
Yeah, that was the weird part about that game. I mean, I think I picked the Broncos to win in a low scoring game, which I think is what it ultimately wound up.
It would have been a couple points. It was about 20-something to because they tagged on some extra.
Yeah, at the end of the show. Yeah. The last time I checked on it, it was like 13-12 or something, and halfway through the fourth quarter. So they probably picked up some points.
Yeah, they picked it because the Broncos scored a touchdown and a field goal.
Right. Okay. There it is. Yeah. That'll do it. I felt like the defense was going to do it, and the weird thing is that it wasn't really it was the offense. It was the offense that ultimately wound up like overpowering the Steelers defense. It was just weird.
And that's what I would have expected. If the Steelers had their offense there.
Oh yeah, the Steelers would have won that game.
They would have won that game. That was the Steelers' game to lose. They lost the game only because they didn't have their personnel.
Really disturbed by the way the Broncos played.
Yeah, which brings me to next week, the championship games. I've been sleeping on the Patriots because they had some injuries as well. But I just don't like what I'm seeing in the Broncos. I just don't like it. I don't like what I'm seeing out of the Patriots either. The only thing I'll go with, I think Tom Brady will outperform Peyton Manning. That's all I got. I don't have anything magical. I don't have anything definitive. And because I think Tom Brady will have better numbers than Peyton Manning, I think that they'll win. But then C.J. Anderson started running like the Broncos. It was weird. I don't know. I guess I got to go with the Patriots.
Okay.
Every time I go for them, they shut me up. Go against me, they shut me up.
Yeah. And believe it or not, like I was really, 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 really underwhelmed with the Patriots' performance this week. I saw Tom Brady, pretty much like bounce the ball off his ass, to get some of his passes out there because he was just under a lot of pressure that I didn't like. The Broncos have the speed at the linebacker position, to add a lot of pressure to Tom Brady, which is what the New York Giants did. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to pick the Broncos to beat the Patriots in the NFC Championship game. Um, Companion to that, we've got the Cardinals and the Panthers in the NFC Championship game.
That's my Super Bowl.
Right.
That's
I
my
think
Super
it's
Bowl.
everybody's Super
Okay.
Bowl. I think it really is. That is the game. I told you guys before that I only thought the Redskins could stop the Cardinals, and I'm sticking with that. I think that despite the somewhat impressive performance I saw from the Panthers last week, Lou, I think the Cardinals will pull it out. I think it'll be the Cardinals and the Broncos in the Super Bowl.
I am just all upside down. I would love the black quarterback to go. But I saw what they
Right.
I saw what they did in the first half.
Right.
And then I saw what they did in the second half.
Exactly.
I don't know who the hell the Panthers are.
Exactly.
I want the black quarterback to go. But the
So
Cardinals have been my team all season. They helped me win fantasy football. I think I'm switching my pick. I want the black quarterback to get it, but I don't think anybody can beat the Cardinals. I think whoever wins this game wins the Super Bowl. And I think that because of what I saw the Carolina Panthers give up to the Seattle Seahawks and Russell Wilson, I don't think they're going to be able to stop Carson Palmer.
Right. Exactly.
And Russell Wilson ain't a slouch.
No.
But he's not Carson Palmer yet.
No. And nobody on the Seattle Seahawks is Larry Fitzgerald. And Larry Fitzgerald,
he look like a man amongst boys, though.
Exactly what I'm saying. I think that the Cardinals are also going to surmount the Panthers. I want Cam to have one of the Vince Young championship type performances. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see that. I just don't think it'll happen. I would love to be wrong. I would love to have us talking on Sunday and us be like, yes, we were wrong.
One of us got to pick Cam. It's a black
man. I'm picking Cam. All right, you gonna pick him? All right,
because he's black, man.
I ain't mad at that.
All three of our white listeners like, what you say, no? It is what it is, man.
I can't.
It is what it is.
Yeah. That's fair.
Really love the Cardinals.
I tell you what.
We'll
We'll split the points over the next pick. Like if because I want to pick Cam too, but I think we both think the Cardinals are going to win. All right, we'll split that game next week. Yeah, but this week,
JB really won this week.
Without the injury report, if we had the injury report.
I think I picked 4 games correctly.
Yeah.
I think
you picked every game right.
Yeah. Because he
he
had Patriots, Cardinals. Y'all both had Panthers, and Broncos. Yeah, all 4 his games.
Well, I gotta give it to you then. You pitched the what's it called?
I pitched the no.
Yeah, I gotta give you that. Okay.
Yeah, you use that.
Good job.
I can't storm back in the playoffs.
There you go.
He beat my ass in the regular season, y'all. This is. I had to get some get back. I'm a grown goddamn man, but anyway.
So what's the Powerball numbers then, nigga? They're on a roll.
I tried, man. This show has been on a roll, man. We in overtime right now, man. It's 9:06, man.
All right, then we're going to get up out of here.
Yeah.
Tell a friend to tune in next week with you.
Please.
Tell a friend to tune in next week with you. I don't care if they're sitting next to you. I don't care if you got to send them the link. And join our Facebook group, New The Man Show with JB Frank. If you don't know how to get on our Facebook group so you can participate in the discussion during the week, hit up me, hit up JB, or hit my ex-fiance, Sanaa Lathan. One of us 4 will tell you how to get on to the Facebook.
She don't even bang with you like that, bro.
I'm gonna tell you how good this show is gonna be for y'all. We'll post a video of this broadcast on YouTube. What we'll do is we'll shoot that out. Y'all will be able to share that with your friends so you can share with them the magnificence That is the New Mayor Show with JB
There
Frank.
you go.
Oh yeah. These guys been talking about this show. It's on. I want it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh yeah, they been talking about this, that, and the third. Pipe up that water cooler, and they're like, well, how do I watch it? Where do I go?
There you go.
Why don't you watch what they said last week?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Tell them where you got all of this cogent information from that you're spitting around a water cooler. That's how you get our listeners. That's how you give yourself a pull. It's a win-win situation. New Mayor Show,
Win-win. We'll see our NFL championship Sunday. We're gonna do. It is. We're gonna do a. I guess we gotta do a special NFL show next week.
Yeah.
We'll get into everything, but gotta do a special show. One last thing. Tomorrow is Dr. Martin Luther King holiday.
Absolutely.
I am working tomorrow. Something I said I would never do on Dr. King holiday. I wanted to say this in front of everybody right now. This will be the last MLK holiday that I work. I think it's very important that we celebrate that holiday and that we give it the deference it deserves. And I don't want to and the anniversary of the Million Man March, October 16th. Those 2 days I won't be working anymore going forward. I haven't worked Dr. King's holiday. Maybe I worked it the last 2 years, but before that I hadn't worked it since it was a holiday, and I don't plan to go back to that again.
That's real. I struggle with MLK because so many companies make it what they call a floating holiday, which means you have the option of working or you don't, which essentially means that they are unwilling to pay for you to observe the magnificence and the greatness of this man. However, Columbus Day is a paid holiday. A man whose very life, whose very legacy has been proven to be a lie.
Yep.
And his holiday is observed. And Dr. Martin Luther King, a man who lived in our times, who changed our very world as we live in it today, his holiday is not observed. This is not something that my company personally subscribes to. Martin Luther King Day is a paid holiday at Integrity LLC.
It is.
Period.
New story. In the Meek Mill internet.
Oh God.
Debacle.
Oh God.
So Noam Kelly, who's a councilman in Toronto, I said he was a mayor earlier, but he's a councilman. He's been going back and forth battling with Meek, and he actually took a picture with some handing Meek Mill an L. And we all know L stands for loss. So he said Meek Mill here's another loss. And then Meek Mill responded to 50 Cent and to Noam Kelly saying, "You an old white man in Canada. I'm a young black man in America doing my thing. You a hater, blah, blah, blah." And just, basically said he wasn't nothing. Then Meek posted a picture of him holding a ton of money. I don't know where Meek got his money from, but here's a picture of him holding multiple stacks. Noam Kelly, the councilman in Toronto, Snapchatted or screenshotted that picture with the caption, "When your girl lets you take pictures with her money."
Wow! Oh no!
Norm Kelly, you get my vote.
Oh no!
Get my vote.
Wow!
And this is on the Shade Room Inc. The Shade Room
Inc. Gosh!
Wow!
All blogs.
So
he just needs to stop,
Yeah, Meek.
Well, first of all, the picture with the stacks of bread is just whack.
It's immature.
It's like anyway. Well, that was a hell of a final. That was the cherry on the icing of the cake. That ridiculousness. Goodness gracious. New Mayor Show with JB Frank, man. Y'all stay up, man. Tune in next week, 7 to 9 p.m. Good night and God bless.
Yeah, and Noam Kelly is like 60-something years old.
Oh God, you still going in?
Yeah,
you still going in?
Because he's an old man. You know me. You got body by a single nigga and a grandfather. It's old.
Oh, damn.
All right, we out. Uno. We out.
Bye, y'all. I can't. You stupid. He's
This nigga Jonah on Meek Mill.